Hello, you lovely fucks! How are you guys doing? Are you hyped for some more Gaiden? My name is Mangs, and it's time to continue the adventures of and his merry... Huh? Wait, what the fuck are we doing over here? Oh, right. I guess the game just decided that wasn't going to be the main character anymore. Anyway, so yeah, here's Celica, the second protagonist of this game. Oh, but Ming, Sacred Stones was the first to... Gaiden always did it first! So over at an island at the Magic Academy of Hogwarts, Celica's complaining to Dumbledore here that they haven't had any crops for 3 years, and she feels it's about time someone go check out what the fuck is going on. Okay, so wait a minute, 3 whole years without crops? We're talking a medieval setting right here. 1 year of bad crops is usually enough to cause a famine. But hey, I mean, I guess they're on an island so they can fish and hunt, but the fact that they waited 3 whole years before someone got the brilliant idea to go, let's maybe go check what's going on is kinda astonishing. So Gandalf doesn't want Celica to leave as the world is a dangerous place, but she tells him not to worry. I guess the moral of the story in Gaiden is, don't listen to old people. They're boring and stupid. So, Celica's pretty good. She can fight with magic and swords, which is nice. Her growths are really good by Gaiden standards, and she's a redhead. I like this chick. She good. Celica won't be leaving alone though. With her are her 3 trusted companions, all of them being magic users, the first one being Jenny. Jenny is your cleric, and much like Silk, she's gonna be doing a lot of healing, and missing with Nosferatu. She does have some rather strange growths for a healer, with a massive 40% attack and skill growth. You'd think she'd be a good offensive-oriented cleric, but the issue with Gaiden is that skill does nothing to boost the hit rates of spells, and only gives you crit, and while crits are nice, it doesn't do much in the way of actually being able to hit shit with Nosferatu. Still, for the most part, she'll be healing, and luckily you don't need skill for that. So next up here is Boy! Boy! I'm gonna say that a lot, just you wait. So Boy here is your traditional no-pants-wearing fireball-shooting youngster. His speed growth is problematic at 10%, but what really amuses me about this guy is how he's apparently an armor knight disguised as a mage. I mean, what the fuck is up with a 40% defense growth on a mage in Gaiden? I mean, did they like accidentally swap 2 stats on this guy or something? Kinda similar to how they messed up Ronin in Fire Emblem 5. Either way, boy, here's a frontline tank of a mage. Good stuff. Boy. Lastly, we got the pink pigtails of doom, May. She makes fun of Boy since he apparently is not able to use the thunder spell, something she's already mastered. Speaking of thunder, it's a spell we haven't seen yet. It's stronger than fire and can actually attack up to 3 spaces away, but it is very heavy at 5 weight and very inaccurate at 70%. Remember what I said about True Hit in the last episode? You're gonna miss a lot of those 70%ers. Trust me. As far as May goes, she's a frailer, but more offensive-oriented mage, though sadly she's just as fucking slow as Boy at 10%, which is problematic, but her base bit is a lot better. While she does have a rather decent attack growth of 40%, everything else about her is kinda lackluster, but then again, this is Gaiden, where lackluster and slightly below average is more than good enough. When everyone's retarded, no one is. And at least she's got them pigtails. Oh, well, you guys know my opinions on those. No, shut up. No, stop that. Just because I like pigtails does not mean for fuck's sake. So yeah, let's be off, shall we? But before we leave, look, we actually start out with stat booster statues. That's kinda cool. The choice is between power and speed, and that's a pretty obvious one for me at the very least. I dump a point on Celica and 2 points on Boy, since his base speed is kinda shaky. So it's time to go on a wonderful adventure, and hey, here's some enemies immediately, just play Gaiden, bro. Oh, jolly fuckers, this map contains 2 things I absolutely despise. Gravestones and zombies. Let's take a look at those gravestones first, shall we? So yeah, they give 60% avoid. Yeah, you fucking heard me right, 60% avoid. They lower your already shaky Gaiden hit rates by 60%. Whatever the fuck you do, do not let the zombies take cover in these things, or you will probably risk getting bored to death before getting through this encounter. Speaking of getting bored to death, that's exactly what the zombies do to you, because hell, if they're actually gonna pose a real threat, these things are designed to be as mind-numbingly boring and unengaging to fight as you'd imagine a real zombie to be. You know, those really slow kind of zombies that can hardly move. Those kinds of zombies. They all do around 1 point of damage to you regardless of who they attack. Their attack animation is slow as fucking balls. They have a lot of health, so you probably won't be able to kill them quickly, and to glaze the icing on the shit cake with even more bullshit, they give you 18 experience points. On easy mode! Yeah, that's correct. 9 experience points per zombie if you play this on normal mode. Kill me now. So yeah, it's pretty much official at this point. Gaiden isn't trying to kill you with actual dangerous enemies. This map is actually a test of grit and fortitude. They wanted to see if they could cause a game over by their players falling asleep or dying of old age before clearing this map. Well, through the magic of time and the ability to skip forward with editing programs, we defeat the zombies and earn a grand total of 7 experience points, and it's time to head to the porch. Inside the port, we learned that there's a Draco zombie out on an island somewhere that eats all trespassers, but that's fine, right? Because we can just sail around that island, not like we need to land there or anything. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Being a dragon in a video game is like walking into an Antifa crowd wearing a MAGA hat. Of course, we're gonna be fucking fighting it at some point. We can't let a dragon be alone in a Fire Emblem game. Now, I gotta give Gaiden credit where credit is due. It sure catches itself quickly after that train wreck of an initial encounter we just had, by introducing perhaps the best recruitment conversation in the history of Fire Emblem.
Oh, shut up! Don't interrupt my drinking.
Ooh, a bad boy. Wow, he's so manly and masculine. I've never really been talked to that way before. I think I kind of like it, though. He's so handsome with that eye patch, and oh, he seems so dangerous. If only he would notice a plain girl like myself. Oh well, let's get out of here before he gets angry.
Don't go! Please, I'm lonely.
So yeah, Mr. Eyepatch here, upon noticing Celica's nice little tush, decides to pull the bad boy act. For a grand total of 2 seconds before he breaks out and pleads her not to leave. Wow, that's manly. He states that the oceans are dangerous and he'll help her cross it, and she hires him as a mercenary. And so, we get Saber. In a group full of people not wearing pants, Saber is a very welcome addition to our roster. His growths may not be that impressive, but his bases are solid as fuck, and that 50% hit points and 40% defense growth is just what we need in the maps to come. Because if you think Celica and our Squish Squad is going to be able to tank anything, you're in for a very rude awakening. Saber provides bulk, the ability to double frequently, and hit reasonably hard while doing it. Plus, he's got a fucking eye patch. That automatically means you're cool in Fire Emblem. So off we go, and hey, it's a boat map! A lot of boat maps. So yeah, boat maps. I usually like boat maps a lot, but this is not a good boat map design. I mean, you got 2 boats, 2 armies, 1 meeting point. Aside from the fact that Doga would be stroking his cock at this point, there really isn't much to say. You create what I've dubbed the T formation, which is Saber choking the point with Celica, Jenny, and Bui backing him up, with Mei being the furthest one away since she got those 3 ranged lightning bolts. Then you pretty much just wait and watch as the thieves drop themselves into the meat grinder that is Saber's sword, and eventually they'll most likely run out of people. It's kinda cool how both sides have their respective heal tiles, but it also means the pirates will constantly be running away when they're at low health, and this can really make the fight drag on a lot. It's cool to have a way to heal your healer without relying on Nosferatu hits though. After a quick and decisive skirmish, it's time to continue on to another boat battle. Yeah, considering the first chapter of Celica's journey is leaving an island and traveling to the mainland, guess what you're gonna be doing a lot. All things considered though, this boat map is a great step up from the last one, because it actually allows enemies to attack you from 2 sides, kinda like the ghost ship in Sacred Stones, which by the way is one of my favorite maps in Fire Emblem 8, because it is actually fucking challenging, unlike the rest of that game. So aside from more thieves, there really isn't much to say about... Wait a fucking minute? Wait, what? You gotta be fucking kidding me. It's the same fucking guy? With his freaking leather shield in tow. It's the motherfucking Super Saiyan mercenary. And he's here to fucking show us that he's actually sort of a joke now, since most of our party members consist of magic users. that's kinda hilarious. Is the moral of the story here that Alm's parties suck? So, after dealing with those guys, it's time to assault a pirate fort. I mean, technically we could sail around it, but hey, what would be the fun in that? I'm sorry, but is Celica's mission actually reaching the mainland, or is it just to fuck up as much shit on her way over the sea as humanly possible? Anyway, we're not alone here. We're actually joined by some dudes. Ah, fuck, not green units. Oh, look, it's that Valbo guy from the cover of Gaiden. That means he's like the 3rd protagonist, right? Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that. Alm, Celica, and Valbo. Just like in Fire Emblem 7, we got like an armored guy lord, a sword lord, and a female sword lord. Man, oh wait, that's not right. Valbo has absolutely no fucking purpose being on this cover at all. He's literally as important to the story as Hinoka is to Fates. What the hell is he even doing on the cover? I guess I just think they felt Alm and Celica looked a little bit bleak without a 3rd guy backing them up, so yeah, smack Valbo on there and perfect! Nobody's gonna complain about that. So in this map, we're fighting against Daha? And is he a chef? I mean, he's clearly wearing a chef hat in this picture. Is he like the leader of the kitchen pirates or something?
Welcome to Daha's cooking show. Today we're gonna fire up a spicy Valencia cheeseburger. Oh yeah!
The 3 dudes starting up left consist of an armor knight, a mercenary, and an archer. And they're also getting their asses kicked. Well, at least the fucking archer is. They're immediately swarmed by pirates, and there's seemingly nothing I can do about this mess. Jenny's out of range, and I can't get over there in time, as there's a literal fucking army of thieves standing in our way. Ah, shit, archer guy is getting really low. Gotta figure something out. Oh, wait, what's this? Retreats? We can retreat? Sure, let's try that. Oh, okay. Can we re-enter the map then? Hey, we can! Hey, what the fuck? They're gone? Oh, I guess they all died? Sorry, Valbo and friends. Guess we're not meeting you guys. So, without the stupid NPCs, we have to go deal with the pirates on our own. And that's fine, because we got a heal tile, 8 choke points, and we got fucking Saber, who's cleaning house. I find it hilarious how all the pirates are running back to the heal tile, only to meet Daha, who's like, "Bitch, I ain't moving off this tile, go find your own." What a great leader he is. I guess he's busy cooking dinner or something. Jenny picks up a new spell, allowing her to summon mists? Oh, right, like mist warriors. I was wondering for a second there. It's a cool spell in theory, but in reality it just ends up being boring and redundant because you can't control them like the phantoms in Fire Emblem 8. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting something here. Gaiden did it first! Anyway, so as I was saying, these summon NPCs just end up being in the way. They're not really strong enough to kill stuff, and if they by chance do kill something, that's just experience you're missing out on. To be honest though, the Mist Warriors do actually do sort of a decent job at tanking Daha, as he's pretty beefy and hits pretty hard. He kills them one by one, and by the time he's done with all of them, most of his health is gone, allowing May to snipe him off his heal tile with a well-placed Thunderbolt. I also gotta say, I love the fact that every time May attacks something, she's having her very own Marilyn Monroe moment. Atta girl, you distract those pirates with your panty shot. So with Daha defeated, it's time to enter the fortress and see what they're guarding, and oh, hi guys. You're here, huh? Really sorry for running away like that, but, you know, I hope there is no bad blood between us. yeah, sure, buddy. You're most welcome. I'll see if I can find a way for you to to repay us. So yeah, despite the fact that we just left him and his buddies in the middle of a fight, Valbo joins us. I mean, he sure owes us, right? And he's another welcome addition to the team with his bulk, being an armor knight. His growths are not bad either, all things considered. Most of his growths are pretty well-rounded, except for his luck, but I mean, who the fuck cares about that stat? And he's not even that slow, which is unusual. Armor knights also don't have lower movement in this game compared to the other infantry classes, which is certainly nice. So then we got Kamui over here, and yes, haha, Gaiden did it first. So he tells us that we should not fight that dragon, guys, hardy-dar, unless we got angel magic, which Celica conveniently learned a few fights ago, so we're fine. So Kamui here has pretty average stats in most areas, but his speed is really serviceable at 40%. He doesn't quite have Saber's bulk, but hey, any unit with a lot of speed is a good unit in my book. Lastly, we meet Leo, an archer, and after the 2 train wrecks that are Grey and Python, I'm sure he can't be anywhere near us. Oh, for fuck's sake! And here after I hype up archers in Gaiden, all of them are terrible. I mean, I know I've been pretty harsh on the skill stat in previous games, calling it a pretty junky stat and that it's not really all that important, but in this game, where hit rates are at an all-time low, especially for archers, it would be nice to have a bow user that didn't have the skill growth of fucking Gonzalez. So in the treasure chest, we get a steel sword, and I decide to give this to Kamui, as Saber is already holding the leather shield, and Celica is mostly fighting with magic anyway, and since Kamui is already pretty fast, he doesn't really mind the speed penalty as much. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we take a well-deserved breather at the pirate fort before we continue our journey in the next part of Fire Emblem Insert Gauge. Okay, seriously, I will not be able to keep up that pun. I'm already running really low on ideas. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Give it a like and a comment if you did, and also if you wouldn't mind heading over to my Patreon page and helping me out, that would mean a lot. If not for me, then do it for Celica's redesigned... she is actually a lot more modest than Echoes compared to her Gaiden art. Damn, still gorgeous though. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Unmangs, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully before Echoes comes out. Man, I'm not gonna be able to complete this game before May the 19th, am I?